Hello and welcome to episode 15 and level 16 Repton 2 notebook. And first of all, just going to do a little bit of housekeeping on level 11 and then make my way down to this row of teleporters and to level 16. And it's one of these fog of war sort of maps. You can only see the bits you've already visited. Getting a little bit harder than the last couple of levels, but not terribly. So all that so far is fairly straightforward, but you probably heard quite a long series of thuds as that last rock went all the way down here. So I thought we'd better follow it down into quite a tricky area. Deal with that first. And luckily that area can still be solved even with that extra rock dropping all the way down into it. And now here is a much appreciated save point. Because although puzzles aren't very hard, they are hard enough that it can usually take more than one attempt to solve them, and you don't want to have to do the whole level over again. So this is probably a little bit harder than it looks, because I suppose I could have pushed that top rock all the way left, but I don't know. I think that might have that would probably have messed that bit up. So they had that much room to spare. And I'm afraid I think I probably pressed Alt-Tab, forgetting that Repton would think I'd pressed Tab on its own and got rid of the console on the right, so the whole level kind of shifted a bit, and now you haven't got the console anymore. But I did realise a bit later on and switched it back on again, but that's not for a few levels yet. I could have done a lot more save scumming here, but I tried to resist the temptation. Only do it once per kind of major room. So now, of course, I mustn't move that top rock right, or I'll have blocked off that area altogether. Not too bad. Okay, this is another crucial bit. Looks, you think, how do I get in there? But then you remember the mechanics, and that's done. So, I'm pretty sure I'm going to save again here, even though it's a little bit out of the way. And next I can tackle this area. What we have to do here, we've got this sort of chimney, so I have to let all the rocks fall one at a time, make sure they end up in the left column, then I can push them out one at a time. So that's the way I make sure only one of that pair falls, and keep that diamond there so that rocks on the right get forced over to the left. At this point it's getting a bit the same again. At last it's clear. Time the save point is on the way nicely. And another room to do. So this time make sure I keep as many rocks undisturbed as possible on the way in and down. There's probably more than one way of doing this, but that way worked out. Okay, that's almost it. Decided I didn't need the save just to do this last little room here. It's relatively simple. Unlike one of the previous levels where the hardest puzzle was the one nearest the exit teleporter. Now it's a little bit of a trek back to the save point.